Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Trading Strategies Market, to the Bagel Buddies. Okay, so, vote in the chat what you think. What's your bias, people? We're in the inside day. That's what the truth is. Overall 4 hour to me is, what'd you guys vote? Let's see. 48% bullish, 25% bearish, and 27% neutral. All right, we are gonna close that poll now. Oh, nice. Someone had a good, SNG had a good run yesterday, 10:55 a.m. short. Awesome. That's pretty much where I got done with my longs, which is so funny. If you guys watched the Ninja Trader live stream yesterday, yeah, I took longs basically from like around here to here, literally. And then here, I got stopped out in profit of the rest of them. And then, what do you know? It's so random. That's where the market structure shifted. And we went lower for the rest of the morning. But that feels amazing, honestly, when you make money on the other way. Because you can make money playing these ranges. And that was great. Yeah, because, from 9 to 11, that's basically what the move was. So now here today, we're ranging, we're an inside day. I'm overall bullish based on the 4 hour. So once we break this, that'll be like confirmed bullishness. Looking at the hourly, Do we have news? No. Okay. Yeah, we have the open in about 2 minutes. You know the drill. Gotta open this. God help me with this. Okay, I did it. Wow, it's a full bottle can fit in this. I guess that checks out. 828 milliliters, which is such like a random thing. 28 fluid ounces. And then I add electrolytes, non-sponsored. It would be actually amazing if I got sponsored by water. By Saratoga, can you imagine? Oh, that's the dream. It's an expensive bottle of water. in my, like, if I don't get it on sale, which I'm always going to buy it on sale, it's like 2 for $4. $2 for $4 if it's on sale. It's regular price, it's like $5.27 each. And the grocery stores where I'm at, which is New York City, so it's like super expensive. Like cereal, my grocery stores are like $12, dude. I'm not, I don't eat cereal anyway, but it's just insane. Today's tax day. Happy tax day. I owe more taxes. I have to pay like another $15,000 in taxes. That's fun. But that's basically what happens if you have a business. Like, you don't want to get a refund because that means you gave the government a free loan. But anyway. We had the open here. It didn't really seem like the open. If you look at the 15-minute, where we didn't really pump up or anything. So let's go down to the 5. Now let's go down to the 1. We'll mark out the open here. For ES, like I said, I'm overall bullish because of the 4-hour. It's been respecting 4-hour bullish order flow quite nicely, actually. We hit like a major quarterly level here, literally. And then we had that surge and we had a 4-hour market structure shift. And then we retraced and we wicked the 50% quite nicely, you know, and then we had a gap up. We respected the gap up for now. You know, ES respects it a little bit more cleanly, but nonetheless, the bodies of these candles on the 4-hour for Nasdaq stayed within this. So now it's like on the hourly, I marked out these intermediate term high and low on the hourly because this completely filled this gap down. This filled this hourly FEG to the upside. So that's sort of what I'm looking at is for this to get broken and then we go for more upside. Previous weekly high. I put low. Previous weekly high, H. I don't have PWH. Save it now. So that's the thought process for me this morning. Otherwise, if we just stay within this range, I don't want to trade it. Yeah. If we break this low, then I'd look for lower here and here. But 4 hours bullish, I anticipate this high get broken, and then I'd look for continuation after this high gets broken, essentially. So let's take a look at, are there any SMTs here? Not really, no. We both took out London low here. Not really even London low, like a local low here at 145. So I'm gonna have an alert here. Yeah, we wicked this pre-market high now. We wicked London high. And that's not really a good indicator. That's not a good reaction there because, you know, if we wick London high, we now come back. Now we could just come back inside this range again and take out this low and have a little seek and destroy. We didn't do it on ES yet. I prefer more continuation, you know, so we'll see. It doesn't seem like it's a great, like, I gotta stay nimble today and because we're just trading small ranges. Today I feel as if I have to be nimble. Okay. Template. London high. Okay. All right. I'll be back in a second. I want to go to the bathroom. Doesn't seem that interesting right now. Okay, did I miss anything? Not really, so. Let's see here. Yeah, we whipped it, now we're coming back up, which I like. I like that. We're respecting the lows and such, so that's good. I wouldn't have liked it if like we just wick and then go for a low, so this is decent. Now, yes, there's no SMT at London high. Okay, so that's good. We're still looking bullish. Yeah. I want to break and close above this, and then I'd rather look for longs there, honestly. So, and let's mark out the macro times. I got some water. I think I have my charts here from my Ninja Trader Outlook. Okay. If you don't know, I also do, on Ninja Trader stream, I do pre-market analysis from 9 to 9:15. And then I hop onto here. So it's looking pretty good. Bullish order flow is intact. Most people were bullish today, I think, right? Yeah. So we'll see if it continues. It'll be good. I'm honestly not even too, I'm pretty happy with the smaller ranges because it seems like more manageable. You know, no one likes to have like a 80-point stop on an NQ trade. Yeah, we're back above London high. It's good. Looking good. I want us to break this intermediate term high. Even if we just wick it, it's okay. We don't have to close above it. Just break it with a displacement somewhere here, and it looks good. This hourly looks good. This candle right now so far, like we'll see how we. Yeah, honestly, like after 10 a.m., 10 a.m. might be a nice setup. Hey, where's my? Here we are. I'm gonna clean my glasses up. Someone said I look like Tony Stark. Like the glasses give Tony Stark vibes. Does he wear yellow glasses? I think so, right? Well, these are to prevent my eye strain. They really do help. I did put out a vlog last night. I mean, yesterday afternoon. Just showing my little past trip to Florida. I'm going to also be going, you guys, I will not be streaming Thursday and Friday of this week because I will be traveling to California and for Easter. So I'm going to be there for like 4 days visiting my brother. And I will not be working. I'm taking off for those 4 days. I'm not going to vlog it either. I'm going to have just a good time with family. Me and my sister are going to go visit my brother in California for Easter. In like the Bay Area. Never even been to California, so this should be fun. Definitely going to go to Napa Valley. And I'm going to go to San Francisco and Santa Cruz, San Jose. Yeah. And fit all that in 4 days. And I'm renting a car. I'm renting a Porsche Macan? Is that this SUV one? I don't even know. I think it's fun to try out different things. Because I don't drive a car in New York City. Yeah, Macan. Porsche Macan. So let's see here. Why did it go up like this? Does anyone know? It's the market, baby. It was 4 hours bullish. We'll see. I want us to just break above this with some displacement. And then I love where I'm going to mark out 10 a.m. open and sort of look at that because as a reference point. And I'll open up stat map at 10 a.m. Okay. So I look at the 4-hour one I like. So where's Chris Fisher? I'll open up stat map at 10. Let's see, what's the heat map looking like today? It's pretty mixed day. Makes sense. No bright colors here. Netflix is up 3%, everything else, PLTR is up 2.9, everything else is pretty much like between, 0 and 1%. On the NASDAQ and the S&P 500, yeah, very mixed. It's pretty, so far, today we didn't really gap up or anything, so we didn't hit this intermediate term high yet on either ES nor NQ. I've been saying, I'm not looking for longs unless we cross above that. I'm not going to be preemptively taking any longs without that confirmation. You can look at that short-term high and then anticipate this to also get taken. But I'd just rather wait for a 10 a.m. open. I'd rather get this intermediate term high. Because we could still potentially range then if you just take a session high. So, yeah, and I talked about this on Ninja Trader. If I was in swing, swing longs make sense here. 4-hour, came back, respected 50%, this leg, displaced again, had this gap up, respected the gap up. It looks like we're going for previous weekly high. But for intraday trading, yeah, I'm going to wait for more confirmation, essentially. And looking at the 5, it looks good. We just came back into this 5-minute FEG. Here this is a breaker in the 5. Honestly, it's a unicorn setup. So it is in a relative premium if you're looking at the leg that we just made. But if you're looking at where we still have to go, if you just kind of draw this out, this is equilibrium. This is relative discount if that's the target. So that's how I kind of visualize things. When people say you're buying at a premium or something, it's not really. It's all relative. Yeah, you're buying at a premium if you're just going to go for this as your target or this, which a lot of people just want a Mickey Mouse move. But if you watch my show, I don't go for Mickey Mouse moves. So we'll see. Yesterday, I was on Ninja Trader's live stream. It's pretty fun. And I was looking for the same type of play up to here and here. And, because the market was so slow, I ended up just taking profits at literally at the local high, which was crazy for ES and NQ. I took some profit here. And then at this point, I moved my stop up to here in profit. And then what do you know? It's so random. Where I got stopped out in profit, that was where market structure shifted and then provided the short. So the 1050 macro was not the continuation up. And that's fine. I noticed, I said, it had to go now and it just didn't. And then it had an inversion and so it was actually the way down. So it's fun to actually make money. It's fun when you make money on the wrong side of the move type. Still made money, even though you were wrong for the overall direction for the day. That's fun. So NQ just broke this intermediate term high. Let's see if we get that continuation up. I'm gonna open up stat map at 10 and then we're having a 15-minute FEG now here. We closed above and then we came and we sort of retested London high already. So it doesn't have to, if it's going to be strong, it doesn't have to come back again in this area. But if it wicks this, it could just come back into the area, but I'd still be looking for longs. We broke this. We have a displacement on the upside. 9:30 open. We're away from that. We're away from all of this. So where's the first presented FEG of the day? Let's see. I think it's just here, right? Yeah, that's actually kind of decent. And that isn't a discount. If it does end up coming back there. I mean, we never tapped it, which is interesting. So what would that look like? Look pretty crazy, but that would be good. So I'm gonna, that might not retrace if we're just continuing to be very strong, and I'd be fine with that, right? I would just look at 10 and open and potential manipulation, etc. But other than that, like what's this low? 36. What's this low? Yeah, it stopped one tick before this first presented FEG. That doesn't mean it has to, though, because on the 2-minute it did retrace into it. Okay, ES just took out its intermediate term high, which is good. So, confirmation from ES as well. There's no SMT there. I do think that we're probably gonna continue higher, This is previous day high over here. Well, that would probably be first target. So let me take a gander of that again. If I did this, it's pretty ballsy to be, if it does retrace to here, to long that, but I would probably do it. That's a 3.5 R. That's cool. And again, yeah, so I'll see what happens at 10. Where do we close? We close above this swing high, then, then totally this could just leave, because it already retested London high. I could leave that intact, and then I just follow like low resistance liquidity run structure. Yeah, that's what I would do. It's crazy how it's like I have to move my camera up or something. Yeah. How do I move this up? There we go. I'm gonna cut off my head. All right. I do have like just a limit there. I feel as though if it did retrace, it would wick it nicely. Yeah. So we have about 5 minutes until 10 a.m. So that's like, I like to see that because that's like the next 4 hour open, right? So like, let's look at the 4 hour right now. What do we think that we're in expansion mode? Yeah, that is possible. You know, nice little wick, came to midpoint of this wick. Now we're starting to expand. It is kind of crazy how, you know, the wicks definitely be wicking. They definitely have been retracing very deeply, right? You can quote me on that. Wicks be wicking. Yeah, I do like that type of trade because then, yeah, where I'd put the stop, it's like below mitigation blocks and below, you know, I would think that we're expanding, and this is the swing low that was made. The retested 930 open. I think that we're bullish. Yeah, so that's my trade idea for the day. We'll see if it does retrace to here. I think it's about being patient, not FOMOing into a play. Because I would not be surprised if we do retrace like this, because like I've been saying with wicks be wicking, this is a low in a imbalance and in a discount. So it's 958 candle. ES is retracing more than NQ is. That's for show. Let's see ES previous day high. I'd rather long NQ though. NQ is stronger. Sister. Stronger sister. Let's mark this out on ES as well. Previous day high. So it's likely ES gets here before NQ does. The 2R just a previous day high. Let me just take a gander again of the ES structure and the NQ structure on the hourly. Which one is stronger? I think actually super similar. ES like actually was more clean about this retracement. Anyway, are we back in the area for ES yet? Not yet. They look pretty similar. What are we up on the day? They're pretty similar. So I'm gonna watch to make sure. What if they form an SMT here, you know? You gotta be ready for many scenarios. So we're not back in the first presented fair value gap yet. We're not back yet. I think they're both probably going to take it out. And Q, I mean, I think they're both going to retrace to this area. I mean, NASDAQ, like, has been known to retrace deeply nowadays, so. But I'll be ready in case they don't. In case, like, NASDAQ doesn't reach it and ES does. What's like yesterday high? You didn't retrace yet? I'm just waiting, essentially. The 5. Okay. Where's 10 a.m. open? That's what I wanted to look at. 10 a.m. open. 10 a.m. open. Yeah, I mean, ideally we only wicked below it a little bit during 10 a.m. Ideally we have a little manipulation here. And I get part of the manipulation. If I'm on the right side, that'll be really good entry. So let's open up the stat map. I want last like 20 points because the ranges have been quite wide. Well, it says it can manipulate to this low, which would be crazy. Let's say it lost 50 points. Same type of vibe. I mean, that would be crazy if I get taken out there. But I'm still going to buy this. What's the 4 hour look like right now? So where's the 8,970s then? Okay. So I'm just being patient. I have my buys here. I wouldn't, I would only enter somewhere higher if we have like another break of structure. A clean one, obvious one, you know, low resistance. But right now we are definitely consolidating. So say if on the 5 we end up breaking above and we have another displacement, then that would be decent. I would anticipate this to remain open. Because we already did it's not like a 5 minute. Wow, the 5 minute doesn't have any FEGs yet? Wow, okay. Just like the 2, yeah. All right, like the 3 minute doesn't even have one, it's wild. But it has one over here. Anyway, I have to pack for California. I think it's like colder there than here, right? I need to check the weather. I don't even know what to pack. Oh, it's actually 60 degrees here today, which is nice. It's colder. It's 53 in the Bay Area. What's the week gonna look like? It's gonna be like 50s. It's not that bad. Yeah, that's the thing is that, we, on the hourly, an hourly FEG here, we can totally retrace, and we still have that first presented FEG. That's why my bid is here. You know, if someone is like too afraid to, if I were too afraid to just buy in here, right? If I wasn't so bullish or, worried that I'd get manipulated out or whatever, then I just wait for like until it gets here. Then I would wait for another shift, structure shift, or inversion or whatever, another entry. But to me, I'd rather just, I think I'd rather buy a deep retracement and then go from there. Right, midpoint of this is nice, actually. It's like by the 618. Anyway, it's definitely below discount. I just put my fill here, and then typically it's a scary wick or whatever. Does MNQ look different? Slightly, but not really much. So, been kind of just back and forth here for a while. You know, we had a nice displacement here. First presented FEG. This looked good. We displaced above London high, which was good. Both ES and NQ didn't come back into this first presented fair value gap yet on the 1 minute. Just sort of, you know, where I have my bids. But if we continue higher, definitely, we can definitely, yeah, continue. So. And leave this open. So we'll see. Gotta adjust, especially based on time. I don't really want to buy it there. It's the high of the day. It's not like we had a manipulation here. It's no inversion. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to see how this 5 minute closes. Maybe I will. Yeah. If it's a nice strong close. Definitely looking at these wicks. We've been very wicky. Ten a.m. open, all we had was like a tiny wick during 10 a.m. open there, right? And I do think that we're expanding. Where's the distribution for this? All the way up here. All right, let me monitor that for a second. We broke high of day with an FEG here. Swing lows have been respected. Thing is just, you know, I don't think that this is a safe low to put my stop if there's liquidity here. I don't want to be buying this and then get stopped out of my original area of interest. Especially during a non-macro time. I don't know. Yeah, so I'd rather just wait. So let's see if this gets inverted. Yeah, kind of just, then this is like an area where I was like, I want to see the reaction of this rather than just buy in here. I didn't want to buy this in a premium. I still have my bids in here if we do end up coming down here. Let me just see. Yeah, I have my bids in. This is micro NASDAQ because you just need it. adjust. But soon, you guys, I'm definitely going to be, I'm pretty confident nowadays. I don't know. Just in my process, and I'm ready to, well, I did already start sizing up on some of my accounts, but definitely I'm ready to size up on my personal futures account as well. Just have a nice situation there. We'll see. Okay, so I'm anticipating buying the manipulation here. I'm anticipating that that we're still bullish, and that we're going to come down into here. Some people, maybe they want to be actually shorting to here, but I personally never do well when I do that. Like if I have an area marked out where I want to buy, right, and we've been kind of strong and haven't reached it yet, and now like, oh, a potential short to that area presents itself. A lot of times that just doesn't work out for me, because like there's a reason why we didn't reach this area yet. It's probably because we're quite strong, you know, so could get to here, but I don't, it's like, what I'm saying is like, I don't want to short this. I don't want to short this to here. Like the point of interest is just like the recent high of the session. It's not really strong enough for me to do that. Et cetera, et cetera. So I'm happy that I did not buy this, you know. I said it was too much in a premium, and this is not a safe low. I would not feel comfortable putting my stop there. So I'm just trying to buy in like the discount. Now it's this whole leg. And now with, you know, if it gets to here, then I'm buying an OTE. And just to here is nice, like 1.5R. If you buy at the 618 retracement of the fib, and always says swing high, it's 1.5, right? Make sure. That's how math works. Yeah, it's 1.5. 1.6. Okay. That's how fibs work. Okay, well, looks like I might get filled soon. That was quite a drop, crazy drop. Your ES came back into the first presented fair value gap. Ooh. We have an SMT now there. So I didn't get filled on NQ yet. We'll see. See how this ends up going. I did not get filled in NQ yet. All right, I got filled. I'm filled on NQ. I knew that it would be a scary drop, and so I have to have my limits in. And it could still be a scary drop. It could dig really deep here. My stop's good, though. My stop is good. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll have this marked out if ES wants to. So it looks like that this short, the inversion short, did work out, which is cool. And that was quite a vicious pullback there. We're wicking now this first presented FEG. I'm totally fine with whatever happens here. I've been waiting for this fill, and I know that it's going to be a scary fill. So if I end up getting stopped, that's fine by me. But I did anticipate this to be more of a wick here and go up, so the fact that it's still running here is not that good. So we'll see. If it does stop me out, then it's very painless. Like it's, 2 minutes in the trade. Okay, well, I got stopped out. It's a very fast move there. Sheesh. Castilla, can you tell me if any crazy news just came out, or did Trump say something? Let's see. We gotta check that out. Walter Bloomberg. EU expects US tariffs to remain as talks make little progress. Okay. That's 1 minute ago. Anything else? Oh, fast stops are always a pleasure. Okay, let's see here. Someone asked, is no Apex 80% off? What? I think they are 80% off now. Why? Well, we definitely hit the manipulation level now from that stat map thing. We just hit this. We retraced super deep into this 15-minute BPR. But below 930. We've lots of SIBIs above. That was quite the move down, you know? Boo! But whatever, that was really painless. Gotta rip the bandage off, really. It's good to rip the bandage off. But anyway, so we broke below 930. Gotta reassess now. Gotta reanalyze things. Let's see. Not really in, like I said, I'm still bullish. We just retraced super deep, and I anticipated this low to stay intact. Because we had mitigation blocks and such here, you know? I was buying at a decent level below London low and whatever. So, I mean, now I have to find out. We're going to have another shift. If we have another shift to the upside, I will be part of it. But so far, I'm not rushing into this market right now. We have SIBIs on the upside. I'm not bearish. We didn't break any intermediate term low. Just broke a short term low. Retraced super deep. The wicks be wicking, like we've been saying. So I got wicked. I might have gotten wicked out of that, you know? So let's see. Complete rebalance there. I mean, fucking annoying, but why does every candle have to wick? Look, every 4-hour candle has been, except for this one during Asia. And this one during Lent on the upside did. Then this one, 6 a.m., really traced super deep. So, all right, that's fine. That's fine. So, we have a couple of stacked SIBIs. You have 3-minute SIBI up here. That's 5-minute. It's likely going to be a SIBI, so I'll just like mark that out. Sell side and balance buy side inefficiency, right? So we'll see where this 5-minute closes. I'm not going to just go hop into shorts because I got stopped. You know, my stop could have been a manipulation level. Castillo, what's the chat saying? Is there anything? Chart says maybe tariffs. Yeah, I think that that tweet from a minute ago, it says EU expects US tariffs to remain as talks make little progress. Here we are. Here's more. Canada PM Carney, President Trump is attacking our auto sector. We can't provide guarantees for every situation. All right. EU and US officials made little progress in resolving trade disputes, Bloomberg reports. US officials signaled most tariffs will stay. After a 2-hour meeting, EU Trade Chief Maros Sefcovic left unclear on US goals. All right, so honestly, you guys, I'm okay with that happening. Get stopped out on news. Got entered on news and stopped out on news. But yeah, I only found this, it was like, that just came out here. So there's always like a couple minute delay unless you want to pay the big bucks for Bloomberg terminal. I'm finding this. I just go to Twitter, Walter Bloomberg. Let's see fast stock market news as well. So, you know, I don't anticipate us to really even though I am overall bullish. This could continue down now. I don't anticipate a sharp reversal from that, because it was such a sharp move lower. I want to stick to my plan where I said I don't want to short. Like now I think we can just kind of range trade, which would be shitty. But the point is I took one loss there. It's okay. Stock market, it's called Fast. Let's check them out. Fast stock news. They're probably just saying this. Oh, they're slow on that one. Okay. So anyway, I'm sure people have questions about where I'm reading it. So I just go to this guy on Twitter, and he's basically, this is not a bot. He does this like manually. So it's like a 1 minute delay. So here, EU and US officials made little progress in resolving trade disputes. And here's EU expects US tariffs to remain. Talks make little progress. So that short ended up working out. I was on the wrong side there. I was thinking that we'd have more upside, especially after breaking this intermediate term high. We still can, but this, we're so deep in this range now. I wanted the 15-minute didn't close above, but I thought I would just retrace to like here and then continue. So right now we're gonna probably range trade. Let's see, ES. Whatever, that's a quick bandage rip. 1 minute. Got stopped in 1 minute. I prefer that than like just sitting in a trade for 10 minutes at like break even and then it slowly stops you at or something, So it's clearly shows you quick that you're wrong. And this shows, there's no continued upside. It's not like that was a manipulation where it wicked this and then had a nice upside displacement or a shift further. So, now I'm just like marking out this low and I don't know. Yeah, too many people were bullish. I think that's what happened. You guys, come on. Bloomberg reported that. Most things I'm not going to be superstitious about, but that's a little superstitious, I feel, though. Like, they need to buy further lower. They're not ready for the pop back up to previous week high. So, that's all fine. Important thing is not to get too caught up in things right now. So, if we break this, I'm not going to even get in because we have 5 minutes to be above, right? We could just retrace into this and then continue lower. I would really need, I'm still long bias and I would demand a lot out of the market for me to get back into longs, so like inversion of this, honestly. So right now we're back in this range. Some people, they might be looking at this and thinking, okay, this is a 15-minute point of interest. BPR, right? We came into here, we wicked this. Sure. Then looking for a 1 minute shift, which would be there. I'm personally just gonna demand more than that because of this yeah, massive this. This could definitely just wick this and then continue lower. Yeah. Because, yeah, if you look at the swing from this low to this low, this high to this low, this is likely around 50% or so, right? Yeah, so it could retrace back into here, take out some liquidity there, and then go lower. The first presented FEG, we railed through it. We did not make another new low since that news. This is like the news low. Yeah, I just have a feeling now we're just going to range trade or go lower out. I'll be ready if we go higher. But it was looking good. What's our range so far for today? How many points we moved during this New York session? Not too much. Like this is basically the whole range of the day. 220. And then the average ATR, the daily. Last 5 days. You know how you see how like you can see that the ranges are contracting. Make sure it's the last 5 days. Yeah. So now it's still very large, like 967. The average daily range on NQ for the last 5 days. Okay. So yeah, it would be I would only look to enter maybe shorts if we break this low. Like seriously, I would not. Otherwise, I'm still bullish. Or honestly, even this low. So I don't feel like trading shorts today. Like I said, it's still bullish. We hit the manipulation level on that 10 a.m. indicator that I had. It would be kind of incredible if that was actually, this was a manipulation. Wouldn't be surprised with freaking manipulation, news manipulation. But like I said, I'm not going to get too into my head about that. I'd rather watch, yeah, I'd rather watch and see if that 5-minute gets inverted to the upside. Because if I want all these other levels to be up, then the manipulation should be fast, right? So if we kind of just go through this slowly, it's not worth it. And I'll mark out 1050 macros here, right? So we're backing 50% of this leg down. We're taking out this high. Did we do it yet? Not yet. I think we made an equal high in NQ. 34. Well, now we just wicked that. That's not good enough for me to get in. We have that 5-minute SIBI, so. And I'm going to remember where 10 a.m. open is, so where was it? It's here, right? So if that was indeed the manipulation, you know, we should not spend so much time below 10 a.m. open. So far we spent about 18 minutes there. And yeah, for more longs, I really would demand inversion back. On the upside, like on the 5 or some, I would get into the second accumulation, honestly. We're hanging around just wicking that high right now, so that's not really looking good for the bulls. We could continue lower for the bears if, we end up inverting back those bullish FEGs. Let's watch. I prefer that to be a swing high, and then I already said what I prefer. I prefer bullish action, but got taken out on news. I'm not in a rush to re-enter. I mean, we're 220 point range so far during the New York AM session. It's not that serious right now. If I'm still right on the upside, I want way more confirmation. I will be ready then, but right now it's 50-50 for me. Yeah, we blasted through that first percent FEG. Now we'll see, like we'll close above it again, maybe. We'll see. I'd like to see like another swing high get broken, get created and then broken, and this 5 get inverted, or most of it get inverted. Like even just 50% would be good, but I'm not going to fuck around and find out today. Right now I think it's 50-50. The bullish structure did not get like invalidated on the higher time frame, so I was just hoping it'd be a low resistance liquidity run and respect the swing low that was made before 930. It was a nice little lower, and then the swing broke London high and the intermediate term high, so that's why I put my stop there. Got taken out on news. Now we retraced 50%. And took out a little swing high. We were making another little swing high here. To me, it's 50-50. And I'm not flipping short. The 3-minute here. I'll let price do its discovery. Like, honestly, it could just fucking range if it wanted to. We'll see. If it's a market maker sell model, I still have time, Let me look on the higher time frame again. Yeah, I think that we reached enough. Yeah, so I'm still. Yeah, I'm not gonna flip. I'm bullish today. So was most of the chat. By the way, most people voted like bullish. I think about 50%. When there's 3 options. So that's what I'm saying, chat. Sometimes when it's like too many of us are bullish, it makes it difficult, and there's an extra manipulation or whatever. So now, like if you look at the RTH hours, that's interesting. We just filled that gap up actually to the tick. Huh. But what I meant to say is, like, if we look at this, it's not much direction. We took out this, and then, yeah, we retraced. Now we're going lower, continuing lower. It's definitely not fast move lower. This is very small candles there. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this is actually a decent intermediate term low now. So I'd be marking this out and see the reaction there if we get more downside continuation. That's what I'd want to see get broken, and then maybe I'd go for more or join the shorts there. But as of right now, we're just ping-ponging, it looks like, right? And I'm not going to diddle in the middle here. Nope. Don't diddle in the middle. Came back to 9:30. So for me, turning on RTH hours is kind of interesting, you know. We filled in that gap down. We manipulated this. I'm looking for more obvious displacements for me to get into longs. And I'm not in a rush because, like, yeah, we're still below 10 a.m. open. If I look at the 4 hour, if I'm bullish, we're still red. It's okay. I figure it's fine to enter longs as long as, like, I'm around this area. Yeah. Oh, it's nice that it's digging in here again. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. Like, because you could also argue the other side, which is why I'm waiting for more confirmation for, like, honestly, for the inversion, because you could argue, oh, this is like the third drive, and I wouldn't really anticipate. Yeah, you could. Third drive, then failure. If you're bearish, I'm still bullish. So, yeah, I'm just gonna wait. We blasted. We closed above this first presented FEG. So it would be kind of crazy, you guys, if that was like the manipulation. Yeah, the news to the downside. So now we're back at 10 a.m. open. It's looking now that this is lending its hand to me. It's showing me that, yeah, this is the shift up. So you just have to be careful here. I just gotta be careful, not buy too much of a premium, but also not miss the move. So it's not really buying a premium though. Let me see. Well, I'm just gonna wait. See if we're not inverting it yet. So the manipulation, we had our 1 minute shift. It did. It's tough. Okay. I know there's probably people in the chat yelling at me to go long or something. But they still have this 1 minute here. And we didn't invert on the 5 yet. So I'm like, okay. I'm okay with letting this retrace, and then maybe I'll get on the next leg up inversion. We'll see. Because again, yeah, you could argue that. Let me see on the 5 for ES. ES inverted, so that's actually good. And Q, that's a really, really nice reaction there. I think I'm gonna end up longing that. This would be fine. It's a huge stop, I know, but I'm gonna be going for a lot, so just gonna go for smaller sizing. Let me think. I'm not in right now yet. ES already inverted. Holy shit, thank God I did not enter that yet. Holy shit. Oh my God. I'm taking my hands off the mouse, you guys. This is a crazy ass market. Holy shit. That's insane. What the hell is happening right now? Yeah, I'm not taking another trade today. Holy crap, no, that's crazy. I'm not doing that. Just wicked this. This is insane. Dude, this is insane. What the hell is that? I'm done, bro. Look, this is like proof I entered here earlier, and then I got stopped here. I did not... Oh my God, that was crazy. What did ES do? ES just completely took out that... Nah, fuck this shit, bro. Just to be clear, it would be fine if I even took that loss, but that was like the craziest fucking candle I've seen today in the last week. What the hell was that? Jeez. And that looked good, you know. I'm not gonna, yeah. Honestly, this looked really good. This wick in the premium, like it that many other times, like thank God I did hesitate a bit because it didn't invert on the 5 for NQ yet, and you know, reached into this freaking 1 minute Sibby, but nah, I'm not flipping to shorts either. Fuck this market. Like, what the fuck is this? This is insane. I'm not taking another trade. We'll tape read 1050. It does seem like, dude, we just violated this low. What the F? Seriously, that was insane. Like, let me go to the 15 second. That was so insane. Like, this 15 second is wicked. Let me go to the 5 second. It's probably a 1 second, bro. It's probably a 1 second fucking wick. On the 5 second. What's that candle? 91 points. Get out of here. Get out of my face, please. Only on a 1 second. This was a 1 second fucking 70 point candle. 50 points. So honestly, this is a crazy market. That's why you size smaller. But to be honest, you guys, like that was if you got ripped out today, that's all. Like, just live to see another day. Because today is insane. It's insane. See these displacements, and then it just wicks people out like that. All right, so what was I saying here? To be honest, this move to the downside, there's not even a 1 minute FEG to this downside, and we wicked that. Like, it doesn't even show willingness to continue to the down. This is fucking crazy. We did not have to do that. We already rebalanced all of that. This is the most I've cursed. I'm definitely not. YouTube's gonna demonetize this stream. I'm gonna pay like paying $150 to swear right now. Like a swear jar. You know when I swear it's serious because I never fucking swear. What the hell? All right, let me check Walter Bloomberg. Let's see. Who opened their mouth this time? Did anybody open? Let's see. This was 10:46. This was 5 minutes ago. I don't see. I actually don't see. See, Castilla was chat saying. Someone said full port. That's funny. No, today's not the day for full porting. Okay, someone asked Tiny Trades, how did you set up that remaining time remaining candle close on NinjaTrader? Sure, I can show that. Yeah, I'll show you guys that. Some people ask me sometimes, like, how'd you set that up? Sure. You just go to indicators. Wait, am I showing it on my screen? One sec. You go right click, you click indicators. Let me make this bigger for you. Where'd it go? Right click, indicators. And it's called bar timer. And you click add. And then it'll show up down here. Okay? And same thing for this drawing tool tile. It's called, you go down to D and you click drawing tool tile. And you could customize what you want on it. You know. Drawing tools, you click that down and then you checkbox what you want. I just want a ruler, vertical line, horizontal line. I really have ellipse on there. Why? I don't need ellipse. I have rectangle, I think, or square, horizontal line, rectangle. I had one already, so let me put it back on. Apply. Well, that's great. Where did I put it now? Where'd it go? I removed the ellipse and then it fucked me. All right. Did I uncheck everything maybe? Since when I said fuck this, like, we didn't move, by the way, for this fucking structure. That is on there. That's great. The fact that I don't see it right now. Maybe I have to click the F button. Let me see. Here. There. And then you could draw your little FEGs. Horizontal line. No, I'm not engaging in this. This is some tomfoolery action happening here. We're just gonna, I don't care what we even do, because it's not even worth me putting down money at this moment, because what the fuck was that? Like 70.15-second candle. And that felt personal. That felt personal from the market, because I was dead ass drawing and thinking about longing. You know, I was thinking maybe it would come down to 50% or some shit. But quickly, you know, in those 10 seconds, it proved me wrong, which that's, I guess, a blessing. At least it didn't do what it did here. But the wicks be doing the fucking damage today. Like, watch this now take out this high and then, like, wick again. Like, I don't even care. Whatever it does today. Insane. Because, like, the thing is, if we end up taking out this high, we invert, longs are still in play. But I don't trust any low now. I don't trust any low. I don't trust putting a stop at these lows. Like, we've gone crazy. Five-second. $85-point candle. Even more, honestly. Let's see. Let's measure that. 90 points. So this is a 1050. 1050 started here. 1110 is here. So let's try to remain composed. What's up, Castillo? Anything new? No, he just said. Castillo's joking, saying full port boss. That's funny. Straight up FAFO, bro. What the F? The wicks be doing the freaking damage. I said it, and even before we started the stream today, I said the wicks be wicking. So I don't need to find that out second time or third time. So ever since this huge move down, we retraced 50%. We traced here on the bullish side. We made another swing high. Then we wicked this swing low. That broke this swing high. That's why that's trash to me now. Just seeing that happen, like, it's just insane. It's not like we started breaking the low again and having follow through there, right? That's straight up manipulation. No fucking thank you. We had another manipulation here already, so no thank you. I'm good, dog. Right? Like, this hourly is still inside the last hourly candle. This is RTH. So from RTH hours, we're still, wow, really? We're inside the last. Okay, yeah, well, even on regular should be the same, right? That's slightly different. It's an outside bar. the last hourly candle. We took out the high and we took out the low of the previous candle, and we ended up in the middle, slightly above the middle. Yeah, I'm fine with taking a stop on the long side today because I thought expansion to the upside and got wicked out. I'm okay with that. It's like, what the F? Look at this action since here. Straight up seeing this wick is what makes me like, nah, I don't want to put on a trade today for the rest of the session, because so if you're just following me because you think I'm a signal bot, like you just then buy, like I'm not going to take another trade for the session. If you're just here to try to copy my trades, which is like you're not going to make it if you do that. Holy crap! Yeah, this looks promising. This looked really similar to the long I took yesterday, right? Like yesterday's long on the Ninja Trader stream. You know, it's kind of why I was hesitant, because I was thinking maybe it would go through 50%. Yesterday I did long 50% of this. It was long here, and it did not stop me out. It was really close, and ES made an SMT there, but then I took some partial here, and then when this happened, I put my stop to here, and I got, you know, stopped in profit on the rest. And then the 1050 macro turned out was, yeah, to the downside. So that was like a blessing. So here, very similar type vibes, type setup. Except, you know, it immediately wicked that low. And that looks like caca. Yeah. And no follow through on the low either. You know, I said I'd join downside if we broke this low. We never did. You know, to think like, oh yeah, maybe this is a market maker style model starting from taking buy, then I would, you know, think, yeah, I'm wrong, and continue on the downside, because this is an intermediate term low here, completely filled in actually the gap up from RTH hours. And yeah, we never broke it. We've just been ranging since 10:15, back and forth. This is a high. This is an intermediate term high, which is why I have that marked out, but what's this high? 77 point. It's actually one tick below. But it does have on the 1 minute, has a high to the right of it, high to the left. And yeah, market has not done much since that drop. Except, you know, it broke the swing high with displacement, and then it violated the swing low that broke the swing high, so didn't close below it, didn't have any 1 minute FEGs here on the downside, and we've just been ranging. Even on the 5 minute. Yeah. It's trash. How'd you guys do today? It's a fucking crazy market. Oh, thank you, Salendra. So far, you have the best stream trading set. That makes sense. Oh, thanks. So, if we were to go lower, we should have seen some speed to the downside, if people were thinking like 1, 2, 3, let's see. Well, to be fair, actually, it did come back into an FVG, like 1, 2, 3 drives here, right? Broke a swing low, but no displacements and no further downside. And for the upside, this looked promising. Completely filled this, manipulated me out here during the news because I did think that this was going to hold because I did like this swing up that broke this high and closed above it. So that was worth a try. And that's the kind of risk you put on if you think that you're longing during the manipulation. Sometimes you'll be wrong. But today, straight up, it feels like the market is highly manipulated. And all in all, today, the 11:06 from 9:30, the range is just 220 points on NQ, which is really small, right? And I kind of did anticipate that. So I'm happy I did try my thesis long, got stopped out, and then it's not like I kept trying. It's just an inside day, and these are the harder days. These are some of the harder days. That being said, on the 4-hour was looking good for more upside. But not yet. So, we could literally fail here, it's possible. It does feel really weird and manipulative. Like, feels as though we could come back down and like if we end up taking out that intermediate term low and we take out this low, we could come back and take out this liquidity. This is a swing low with an imbalance below. And then I would really think that there's more range, even more range bound action in the cards. But we're following bullish structure on the 4-hour. Broke this swing high with a displacement, retraced 50%, had a nice wick, but no further strength, There's no further strength. We've gapped up, completely filled that gap, and there's no more FEGs on the 4-hour or the hourly. The upside, on the hourly, this one was not actually respected. But given this, I thought maybe this was just like a liquidity sweep or something. But we did not. This looked pretty good, when it was breaking here. Well, at this close, this looked pretty good, as if that this was going to continue up higher, and have some expansion. So right now it's like we broke this intermediate term high on the 4-hour. We had a deep retracement to this 15-minute. And since then, we did have 1-minute shifts. But not great structure there. And no continuation since then. So this, it looked really promising here. And then straight up this 15-second candle. That was just insane, dude. That kind of shit honestly, that was kind of insane. I was looking to long here at the start of this candle. And then, 15 seconds, like this, so literally, it started digging deeper into here, and I was kind of watching to see if it would wick again. Take this low and wick it again, and we just fucking blasted through. It was insane. Holy crap. We've been through a lot on this channel. We've been through this insane manipulation, boring sideways action. We've been through an earthquake. You guys remember when there was who was here for the earthquake in New York City? I was live. I was live streaming. And my whole room started shaking. And then what ended up happening? I had to hold down to my monitor stand because at the time I had 1, 2, 3, 4 monitors on a monitor stand. And I was just worried that was that's very heavy stuff that might fall on top of me, but it ended up being okay. So it's at 11:10, 10:50 to 11:10. We didn't do shit, right? We didn't do anything. And that's kind of, so I'm very happy that after this, the low got taken, and after that manipulation, I was like, all right, I'm done here. I'm not going to take a trade, because since then we literally barcoded. People that were eager and piling in shorts here, they're getting hurt. And for the upside, there has not been any upside follow through. I'll have an alert if we end up breaking this 5-minute high, but I have very low expectations for that. That did not work. I don't know why. And that's not what I put, dude. I put 7, dude. That's fun. Why? But even then, yeah. So I don't expect this to be a good rest of the. Now we have lunchtime. And we've been ranging, so nah. Today is not the day to be putting on a lot of risk. So overall, it's a good day. It's a tricky day, but survived. 1 loss today. Manage, risk is manage, and yeah, it's a directionless day. Like, if you look at regular trading hours, I'm okay with taking a loss on a day like this. Just went up, down, and zigzag around. What do we have for the rest of the week here? Tomorrow we have 8:30 Red Folder News. Tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Powell speaking. Ew. So maybe I'm going on a flight tomorrow afternoon to California. I'll probably end up ending the stream a little bit earlier, so maybe I'll stream pre-market. Yeah. So, well, actually, I can't because I'm on NinjaTrader until 9:15. So never mind. I'll see you at 9:15. But when you have Fed speakers, I think later in the afternoon, I think even ICT said pre-market's probably a better case. But yeah, stay safe, everyone. This is like a caca price action. If you took a loss, it's just another day in the office. Most of the trades in your career are not going to matter, There's only a few of them where, you have high conviction, you're adding, they really matter. So it's either a small win, small loss, or a big win, right? Small loss, small win, or big win. You keep it like that, you're good. And yeah, this is poo-poo. Good luck. And do not be a degenerate today. And I'll see you back tomorrow.